not what's for lunch. That's on Thursdays. We're gonna get started with our show today of Hear Us Out. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. Before we do though, let me pray and then we'll get into the show and all the things that we're gonna be doing with that. So let me pray and then we'll get right on into it. So if you join me, and then we'll go in. So, Father, I thank you, Lord, for today, Lord, and I thank you, God, for this new year and all the things that you are going to be doing. God, I pray and ask that, Lord, that you would just lead this discussion today, that you would just bring in all those who you are calling to yourself, God, and pray for a fruitful discussion. I thank you for our friends that are here with us that are both going to be sharing as well as just listening and participating, Lord. I pray and ask that you would just be glorified and honored in all these things. We thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so we are going to switch on over now to the scene. There's Ken. There's Matthias. I think, can we hear you guys? Let's see.
Hello.
There they are.
That blanket's upside down, Ken.
Yeah, it's been down.
Rip. Your Seahawks blanket. Nice.
Cowboys. Gonna win.
Football. What is football?
What is life? No, not what is life.
Oh,
How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
pretty
2019.
great. Yeah, it's 2019. I'm tired.
I
As
haven't
always.
worked a day yet, so I'm all good.
Hipster Turtle said, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I listened to... The other day I was like editing some stuff and working on a few things, and I think I heard one of like the saddest one of the saddest takes on like a new year. They're like, it's just the same thing, different day, new number, who really cares? We're all still gonna die. It was like, wow, you can tell this person really has a bright outlook on life.
Well, you already can tell
man.
it's a good year because I seen that is in the house, okay?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I challenged him yesterday, and he made it. So it's already a good year.
Oh,
Rip Ironheart, his sub ran out.
Subs over.
He was like, yeah, it's set to, because I didn't want everyone to be able to use your guys' alerts.
Yeah.
I could fix it for him. There you go. Is there an echo in the Discord? Not that I'm aware of. Is it coming off echoey to some people?
Well, it doesn't. It's not echoing for us personally. Maybe the stream,
Yeah.
but
Let me listen. Let me see. Great way to start the first stream back. Check. Check 1 2.
Checky.
I'm not hearing anything.
Do you hear it at all? Here, I'm on mute.
Let me try.
Well,
try
we're
pausing the
hearing
music.
Discord, so I'm wondering if...
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sounds fine. Let me know in chat, guys, if anyone else. You think Ken and Matthias have an echo? Hashtag blame Ironheart. Yeah, exactly. Is there an echo?
When I listen to the stream, it sounds fine.
I'm not listening to the stream.
Oh, it wasn't. It was that was the alert that went out by accident, but it wasn't the last. It was supposed to say 2018
Rip.
from the week before when we last streamed. It was my last stream of 2018. All right, so God must have some big plans for 2018 because so many people in our women's group are just under attack, it seems, and it's only day 4. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, hipster.
We'll pray for you
Definitely.
in your women's group.
Yeah. Shadow, you sound good. That sounds echo. Wait, maybe did I leave this thing on? No, that's all off. Huh. I'm not sure what it is.
Echo.
Yeah.
Rip.
You guys sound fine on my end, but let me see here. I'm gonna try to turn back on.
If I start singing, it doesn't sound good. There's clearly something wrong with the audio, not my voice.
Yeah, exactly. Huh. Yeah, I'm not getting anything weird from them.
You sound good. That sound.
Oh, I heard it a little bit with Ken,
Did you?
I should talk.
but yeah.
talking?
No, well, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a weird echo. It just sounds like it's doubled. It's not like an actual like echo.
Huh. Yeah, everyone's saying Ken and Matthias. Weird. Like, how unbearable is it? To the point where we got to reset and try this again?
It sounds like we're in an arena. Lol.
We're in an arena.
Huh.
We're cool though. Those are sound effects that are meant to be their chat.
Yeah. We just really want you to be able to focus on what they're saying.
Yeah.
And how it sounds.
Yeah.
It's weird because you guys sound fine in my ears.
Yeah, it sounds a little doubled. Yeah. Yeah, it was icing that said. It just sounds doubled.
We should
Dallas
listen to the
doesn't
audio
mind.
guy. The guy who knows audio, we should listen to him.
Yeah, Matthias, what do we do? Let me pull it up on the stream and I'll see.
Just make sure it's not doubled in OBS or any of your audio settings. It just sounds like it's getting two sources of the Discord chat in stream.
Two sources. Oh, you mean as if we have like two microphones going?
Correct.
Hmm.
I got only one source for Discord.
And I'm talking about
Yeah, I only have
like on Shadow side.
I only have three things. I have my mic, I have the audio desktop, and I have that's it. The other thing's not even a
metaphor.
Yeah. The chat's muted.
Get double the No. That's double gum type thing, you know.
Yeah. I know what you're going for.
But then that's not gonna sound right, but
Let me see.
Yeah, last night I know that Gaiman's having problems with Streamlabs OBS, and I've used OBS as well as XSplit in the past, and someone suggested Steam Elements or Stream Elements.
Yeah, that's what I don't stream off of it, but I use it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. We might have to reset and try this one more time here if we're not getting it. My mic. Yeah.
Here's I seen that's here. He's here, and we're not coming out very well. Okay, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
He's gonna think poorly of us.
Don't think poorly of me. No. I honestly, if it's bearable, we can figure it out later.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Because Matthias, you can hear. I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna listen to it right now.
It sounded fine to me.
Okay. As long as it's doable. Okay. Then we'll just get started on into what we got going on today. Okay. So, are we going to start with what we were just talking about a minute ago, or do you guys want to actually start with like the topics that we had on hand?
We can, dude.
All right. What do you think, Ken? Because you didn't actually get to see the. Okay. So, sounds good on my end. Nothing unbearable. Okay. Thanks, Electro. All right. So, guys, one of the things. So, we're going to get to all the things. Trailers, movies, gamings, tech, etc. But one of the things as we were talking here, getting set up and getting everything ready for today's stream, is I think I asked Ken and Matthias, I was like, hey, did you guys see this, like, all the stuff, this, like, New Year's controversy on Twitch? And, yeah, and Ninjas, and Ken hadn't really heard of it. So for those of you who maybe didn't see it or were busy, I didn't catch this live, but I kind of saw it in the aftermath, like, people have made so many videos on it now in just like the 4 days of the new year since it's happened. But essentially what happened is, if you didn't know, Ninja, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, right? He was hosting this New Year's party in New York. They were going to kind of doing live streaming in like central New York to be there for the ball drop, to get a victory, whatever. All this stuff sounded pretty good on paper. And it started, it was starting to get attention for all the wrong reasons. Bigger streamers were starting to get really upset about it because Twitch was beginning to play ads for this for this event on Ninja's channel on other big partner streamers. So people like Dr. Disrespect, people like who's the one with the cute little panda emotes? I can't think of his name right now. Is it Rue? You guys know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Is Rue's channel, like on pretty much everybody, they would get an ad, like, so when you guys come in here or you watch somebody else, if you're not subbed to them, you'll get some type of ad or ad mid-game or mid-stream or whatever. And they were for Ninja's channel. So people were getting mad because most people don't like random self-promotion of other people. So that's kind of how it started. Then when you actually get to the event, it was so cringy and so, like, just poorly run that people just have made so many clips out of it. Matthias, you said you kind of caught some of it, right?
I caught a little bit of it, like right Like when I actually watched it live, like I just tuned in like right after the ball dropped and everyone was like hugging people and I was like, oh, cool. And but then I saw a couple of videos of like Ninja killing the stream sniper, but then I pulled up a compilation video of the cringe and I'm like, I need to watch this at some point. Because I've heard it. I see memes about it.
Yeah.
So
Here. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Ken, go ahead. So you hadn't heard anything about you like missed this, right? Like you were saying.
Well, I know. Well, I know you mentioned like the controversy before about all the ads popping up, but then I watched a little bit, just one time, just to check on it, you know. But otherwise, for me and my family, we played Jackbox up until New Year's, and then celebrated, and then we kept, I didn't go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't watch it. Like I threw a New Year's party at our church, so I didn't see any of it until like after the fact. When I saw like literally on my YouTube channel all of these like videos popping up. I'm trying to find one so I could show. So we'll watch like a few minutes chat together of it and you guys can see it and then we can kind of talk about some of it here. Let me see here. I'm trying to find one of them though. Oh man, it was so crazy though. Like some of the things here. Let me see.
we're watching the cringy ass. By the way, just so you know, Jay, Fire Resistant said that me and Ken's mics are low compared to yours.
Comparatively, here, I'll turn it back up. How about
just
now?
a little bit?
Try that.
Checky 1 2.
Hello. How is everybody this morning?
Technical problems for the win.
Well, this is why we have a great chat.
Yeah,
Pointing out
exactly.
that we have those issues, because if we didn't have great chat, then they wouldn't point it out and just go away.
Exactly. All right, let's see here. I think. Oh yeah, I think this is the one. Oh, dude, it's so bad. This is what happens, chat, when you have like a high value production thing trying to go on and you have a bunch of people who they're filming who don't know what that looks like, and then people that are working behind the scenes in audio and video that don't know how to mute mics, because half of these things are like audio that you're getting but the shot isn't there because like they think their mics are off and so they're just talking, and it does not paint Ninja in the greatest of lights. I'm not a Ninja hater. Like, I don't hate the dude. Whatever. Congrats. He's successful. Like, but this just makes him look so bad with some of these things. Here, let me,
I'm a professional sound guy, and that is my biggest beef with anything is hearing open mics randomly in a production.
Yeah.
It's like, that guy's fired.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to try to see if I can get it on one window here so we could all watch it together. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, man. You would think we'd do this beforehand, but we just decided. We're like, oh, we should show this thing. I was asking them ahead of time about like, oh, did you guys see this?
I just saw the. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, putting together the show agenda, right? I hadn't heard about this, but I think that anything that deals with Twitch, because we're on Twitch, makes perfect sense to put into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to get it in here. It's not wanting to work with me. Come on.
I just see a giant black box on stream. Lol.
I know. Rip. All right.
Oh my gosh, we're all three across the screen.
Across the screen. Oh no.
What's happening?
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna blow it up big, and then we should be able to all see together this thing here. What happened? I'm not looking at chat right now.
Oh, Fire Resistant says, until he gets the video up, why don't you play the train game? I was playing Bounty Train last night, and
What was it?
Bounty Train?
I was playing Bounty Train last night, and Fire Resistant came in and checked out my podcast or my stream, right? So, yeah, I was just recommending I play that game. I was playing the moral version, 1860s Uber, okay, because we're Civil War time frame.
Okay, here we go. I got it up. You guys ready for this?
Like, we can't really see where our faces are covered on. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. Lol.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? So here it is.
Yep.
You guys can see this, and they'll be able to hear our voices still. So.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
You can finally introduce the quad cam. Everyone, can I get a dab on 3? Jack, look at me. Jack, Ben. We had the quad cam going on. I want a quad cam dab on 3. 1, 2, 3, dab. That's it, dude. It's a quad dab.
We made it happen.
It's not a lot of movement over there.
We have to keep the win streak going. I know. It's on
I'm
me,
dead, so.
honestly. I'm aware. It's on me. I get it.
So I had to ask you, sorry, unfortunately a business question.
Tim, please don't yell at me. Thank you. I have a riff, by the way. What on me? I'm coming. I'm helping. Do you need me to riff? Is it that urgent? No. Okay. I will pop one.
I know, and somebody could go get it, but what I told them is like,
You want to go get it? If you want to go get them, it has
not
listen to me. If you want to, if they can go get it in our room.
Well, I could see him overperforming. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think that, like, you should do one or the other, like the headband or the jacket.
I said headband was fine. I was gonna wear
Okay,
the
so then
headband.
the other thing is it's going to be raining.
Smiling. It's like people are gifting 50 gifted subs, right? It's like every second, you know? Wow. 50 gifted. Wait, every second?
Wow.
Yeah, right.
You think they know who you are?
Is that his wife?
Yeah, that was his wife.
Yeah, so I'm watching the stream part, Jay, so I'm a little
Yeah.
delayed.
No, you're good. I figured.
Just waiting.
The floss is like my favorite part of this whole thing.
I just had a bunch of people look up and dab at me. This is amazing.
It's okay for Mike's bad loop, so's mine, apparently. You know there's an echo? Wait, what?
What?
Echo! Trying to help, I'm Twitch.
You know, we're out here getting excited to see what happens next here. You know, Ninja heading outside, just be in the thick of it. I want to take a second to appreciate everybody out there in the Fortnite community. From the community side at Epic, like, we really appreciate all the passion, all of what everybody's put into the game. Without you guys, like Golden Boy said earlier, without you guys, like, this job, like, wouldn't nearly be at the place it is right now for me. And a lot of love all of there out to you guys. Like, it's been just coming off of it last year around this time, I could not have told you where we'd be here. And I think for myself and the team at Epic and the team on Fortnite, VR, Save the World, Creative, all those folks really appreciate all of what you guys put into the game. And we can't wait to see what you do in 2019, because this has been a wild year. And honestly, like, I think a lot of people will agree that, like, you guys are the MVPs, and we're out here just trying to make the Fortnite really shine for everybody else in the world. So I just wanted to get on my podium and say a little bit, get all mushy with you guys. But I appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a blast. I know we are, and it's gonna be kicking off soon. Thanks so much. Oh no, he just told me, hey, say mushy epic stuff.
Who's that
for a little
dude?
bit, and I was like, okay.
You got to listen to what he says afterwards. When they think the mic's off.
5 minutes, hey, 2 minutes, hey, 1 minute, and then.
Are you guys ready to floss? Show us what you got. Okay.
Show us what you got.
Let's get some floss music on. We're getting ready.
It's so wet.
It's so wet. It's so awesome. Should we count down? Are we gonna get some tunes on?
Absolutely ready?
And 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Hold up. Come on, baby. You guys know it. Come on, man. I want to see the crowd. Get it going. You got it? You've been working. I'm like hitting my wife over here. Wait, I'm gonna come up. Everyone floss, let's get it. Come on, baby. Show me what you got. Show me what. Just move. If you guys know it, just move. I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. Oh my God. This is not that big. Woo. Incredible artist. We played an amazing song. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Awesome job, everyone. Thanks, Ninja. And all right, you guys, you actually have a live stream to get back to.
I actually do. But real quick, I want to get a big picture with the crowd, if you guys don't mind.
Do it up.
Oh man, we'll stop there. There's so much more, but for now we'll stop it there while we're ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, just it's stuff like that, just over and over and over again.
Wow.
But
Ninja. Yeah, they're not
like
young kids,
fire
fire
set.
resistant. Yep.
yeah,
Plus it's raining, and it's like, just get it over with. I don't know.
yeah, it just seemed like nobody was interested. I don't think anyone really knew who he was either, you know. So it's like, who's this dude? He's just up there.
Yeah, they're not really his demographic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
Well, I I don't know who it was. I was seeing someone saying they went to New York City on New Year's Eve one time at that whole thing, right? And it was just like, it was terrible being packed in, all these people in one spot. And you're just thinking like, man, if all of a sudden there's a stampede, there's lots of people dying.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, I suppose I get the point of having the experience, but I don't think I would ever want to do it.
Yeah. So where do you guys stand? Let's go back to the beginning with this whole thing. Where do you guys stand on the Twitch playing ads over other partnered streamers who are probably going to do something for their New Year's as well, you know? And I think I left this part out. Ninja tweeted out, I think Dr. Disrespect was the first one who was like, Twitch, like, get this crap off of my channel, you know? Like, I don't let anybody self-promote, you know? And you're trying to take people who normally watch me, you know, and send them over to Ninja Stream. Like, I get he's your biggest streamer right now, but come on, you know? And then I think Ninja responded with a tweet that he ended up erasing, going like, hey, man, this is just like, why are you getting mad about this? It's like, we're trying to do this grand event to bring more people in to watch Twitch and hang out and kind of see the platform for what it is, you know, or is it just me? Are you just hating because it's me? And then I think he ended up deleting that tweet. And so a lot of other people kind of threw in their 2 cents. I figured I'd ask you guys and kind of see what you thought as well. So what do you guys think?
Well, sorry, Ken, I'm jumping in front of you. But me personally, honestly, like, we don't, you know, we're not partners right now. Is like, so we don't make, you know, ad revenue. But also, it's like, it's Twitch's platform. They can kind of do what they want. If it's their event, I can see, like, if it was like, hey, this is like a Ninja and Epic event only, and it's an ad, like, okay, but if it's like, it's a Twitch event, you can't really, like, in my opinion, I can't really complain, but also I don't earn ad revenue, so.
Yeah.
I was thinking I could see both sides, you know, on one level, stop it. You should have given me the out. But I get if you're trying to advertise to Twitch, why are you advertising inside Twitch?
Right.
If you're trying to expose people to Twitch, you know, and
true.
the idea of Twitch, then take it to the networks, take it to whatever, right? But why are you doing it inside Twitch when we already know this? And not everyone knows Ninja. I didn't know about Ninja until the whole Ninja and Drake thing. I didn't really care.
Right.
I'm still not a sub to him.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, why do it inside Twitch?
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of when I saw it, like, my thoughts was, like, they should have advertised it differently, like Dell's saying and like you guys are saying. I get it. Like, again, most channels don't have a self-promote, you know. I seen that said, I agree with Matthias. It wasn't supporting Ninja, it was advertising for a Twitch event. Yeah, and the thing is, you do have, you know, like we said, you had Courage there, you had Tim the Tapman, you had Dr. Lupo. But it was all kind of that same, like, clique and group. And I think it kind of goes back to, like, a more fundamental problem when it comes to Twitch overall, right? Like, with YouTube, the discoverability is, like, so much easier. So, like, if you're watching, like, one person's video on any given topic, right, you have, like, a whole list of recommended videos that are related to that aren't even all from the same channel. They're just, here's other ones. If you like this video, here's, like, 8 other people with the same type of content that you can check out. And if you have time to kill or waste, you click on, oh, let me watch the next one, or you get your recommended, you're like, oh, watch this one and this one. The reality with Twitch is I think most people, like, they come on and they'll only watch like 1, maybe 2 or 3 people if they're really trying to be, like, supportive, you know. Like, most of the time I'll come in and I'll want to be engaged with whoever I'm watching, so I'll watch one streamer for the 20, 30, 40 minutes, an hour, whatever it is that I have, right? And then that's it. There's no, either that person will maybe host somebody if I make it all the way to the end of their stream, but if they're going a full 4, 8, 6 hours, whatever, like, I'm more than likely going to end up leaving before that person ends their stream. And if they do, then yeah, maybe I'll catch somebody. But the reality is, if that person just decides to end their stream and not host anybody, I'm not finding anybody else or discovering them that way, right? Like, and so I don't know, the Ninja argument of like, hey, I'm bringing more people into Twitch. It's like, maybe, but then those people are just going to end up watching, you know, Ninja. I don't think a lot of those people that watch Ninja right now are searching around watching a million other people, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it does.
Well, it's interesting that the other day someone I went to check out was hosting Tim the Fat Tap Man, right? Mm-hmm. And I was watching a little bit, right? And Tim was playing Fortnite, and I could see in his group was Ninja too. I'm like, All right, so that little click, right? And so all those people may get the following and the benefits. He had like 25,000 people watching him at the same time. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
fantastic if we get that kind of viewership. But the fact that Ninja gets the posting, which I think he's the biggest name on Twitch, but
Yeah.
then it drives more traffic to Ninja and to his people. And so therefore all the other people who are partner are going, well, wait a minute, what about me?
Right.
That's where I think Twitch screwed up. Twitch, I think, does try to do a good job of trying to bring out the partners and show the widespread. I mean, actually, I think was it Pastor Susie a couple years ago was finally noticed by Twitch, and they had a little shout out to him. And so that's the idea of Twitch trying to share the platform to other people. But then if you're just gonna shout Ninja and everyone's gonna go drive the Ninja now, it's like, well, that's all I care about.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so Hipster Turtle said, for non-partners, it doesn't matter, but for partners, it's sort of disrespectful. But at the same time, people are going to watch what they love seeing. An ad for Ninja isn't good to send everyone to his stream if they love Dr. Disrespect and want to see his stream. Right, yeah, exactly. It's different audiences, you know, and generally, no disrespect to Ninja, but like most of the people that watch him are younger audience. That's the whole reason why he changed his whole mentality of like, hey, I'm not swearing anymore. I'm trying to like, you know, be a better role model. It's because he knows that like the reality is most of those people that are watching and subbing are younger kids whose parents' accounts have Twitch Prime, you know, Amazon Prime or whatever, you know, and hey, good for him that he's found a market. I have no gripes. Some people I was watching who are talking about the cringe stuff were like, and this is why Ninja sucks and he shouldn't be on Twitch and off the platform and you know, like he's gonna have a divorce pretty soon. I'm like, whoa, why are you don't even know the guy. I don't know him personally. I see what he streams, you know, every now and then and stuff like that. But the reality is, like, I don't really care one way or the other. I followed him. Like, I see his channel on every so often, but I don't really pay attention very much. If I ever do check out a stream, it's like for a minute or two just to like see what's going on in the game. But that's about it, you know. So I don't hope ill for him. I just think, like in the long haul, I barely think it's even his fault. I think it's just the way that Twitch kind of managed and handled this whole event.
I think so.
Yeah. It does seem like it's, well, and of course I haven't been on Twitch that long, but it does seem like playing favorites. But of course he is like one of the biggest faces of Twitch, so I kind of get it too. You know, from a business standpoint, they're making money off of him. Yeah.
I seen that said no one said outside of Twitch cares for who Ninja is. I doubt he is bringing any new people in. Hipster said I'd rather watch his brother stream than his. yeah, I know. Bearded, I love watching Bearded. You know. Yeah. Bearded too. We're gonna get together soon. I'm trying to get him on for What's for Lunch. We're supposed to go out and grab a drink together. I've been so busy and dead with New Year's stuff and Christmas stuff. We haven't even got a chance to. Dell said his followers are going to outgrow him soon. Electro said I only found Twitch because one of my friends recommended me to watch Tim. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched Twitch at all. Yeah, you know, and I think I say this in the church world all the time when it comes to like events and stuff, but personal invites are always so much more effective than any ad ever could be. So that's why like getting your community or people to be like, hey, check this person out, and it's from someone that they trust, like a family member or friend, they're more likely to do that than just on a random ad, you know?
Yeah.
It's getting... Ads to me are more for the people who already are members of or followings of said things. So like say Ninja's followers, right? These kids, those ads for New Year's, I think were more targeted towards them to remind them, hey, on New Year's, are you going to be watching this like really cool Ninja stream? And tell your family and tell your friends and make sure you put it on, you know? That's who I see those ads are more targeted for. If it's someone who doesn't care, you know, and they don't watch Twitch already, they're not going to care for who Ninja is, you know? Or for what event they're going to be doing. But, yeah. But, all right, we can get on to, unless someone has some other final words, what we actually were going to be talking about today with the show notes.
I think it's good to add that as part of our, you know, some Twitch news, you know?
Yeah. I think whenever there's something big going on Twitch, we can talk about it. But now I've snowballed and I'm following like 10 people. Electro, there you go. Yeah.
Just 10? Wow. Okay.
One of the things I didn't put it in my last stream when I did my goal stuff, but one of the things I'm trying to do is every week use the discovery. There's a discovery feature on Twitch. It's nobody knows about it because no one can find it, but it is on there. It's easier to find on mobile than it is on like PC. But there's a discovery button. I tried it last week where I just found a random streamer one night when I couldn't sleep, and I watched their stream and I started talking with them and interacting with them. And my goal is that once a week I'm going to try to find some other streamer in whatever directory I'm in at the time and try to like connect and build relationships, because I mean, like, it's so hard to do it. Twitch news flash, prizes here. Yeah, that's the next big news one, prize.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd encourage everybody to do the same. I mean, because like I said, Twitch doesn't make it easy, but I think there's a lot of really cool people out there that we can be connecting with and and talking
That's
to.
the thing. I am fully. I mean, I was talking about last time on my stream that 5 months ago I didn't even know all you guys and not to mention all the people out there, and I've just been blown away by the people I've been meeting. It's just been fantastic. I've had so much fun. I've learned so much, and as you keep go on people's channels to see who they're hosting, you find some more people, chatting with them, like FPS Hype. It's like this dude has all exploded. He says, I love the Lord. I want to share it. And he has that little dog head, over his face, has a little thing. But he also found a platform, a game that draws in people too. So
yeah, what is he doing? Minecraft? Is that what he's doing now?
No, he was doing. Well, is he doing Minecraft now? He was doing Roxio, or I forget what game it was he was doing.
Oh, okay. Cool. And that's the thing, is you need more people on the platform in different directories. Like, I'll never be in that. I don't even know what the game is, right? I'll never be in that one. And I don't know if you guys ever will be, but there's different directories, and we're all trying to do the same thing here. On desktop, there's a feature spot under whoever you're following. You can find people there. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. All right, so transitioning from talks of Twitch Ninja and all of the New Year's cringe. If you want, you can find those videos on YouTube. Just type in like Ninja New Year's, and trust me, you will get a ton. You don't even need to put the cringe part. If you just put in Ninja New Year's, they'll come up with all the cringe videos before it actually comes up with like anything that's just from the stream. But all right, going into we're in January, where it's already the 4th. And so with the new year comes new trailers and new movies. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. First and foremost, I don't have slides for the new ones yet. But we're talking about trailers that are upcoming in January. So I'll kind of ask you guys, we saw a bunch of them. We have Replicas coming out January 11th. We have The Upside coming out the same day, that same Friday. We have Sergeant Will Gardner coming out the 25th. We have The Kid Who Would Be King. That one I feel like has had the biggest out of any of these movies. That for me, it's the only one I knew of before watching these trailers. Coming out on 4/12. And so so we'll kind of start with that. Which one are you guys most excited for out of those?
Well, what's interesting is that when I saw this YouTube channel, I kind of follow it for like they put out the what's coming in January. I had not seen the trailer at all ever in the theaters for Replicas.
Yeah,
and that was pretty. Of course, I don't know if you like it or not, but Keanu Reeves playing a neurosurgeon or some kind of, I don't know what it was like. Well, okay, that's fine. That's playing out your character's type, right?
Do you want to give the premise for those who hadn't seen the trailer, pretty much?
So,
or what the trailer at least looks like
it's going to be. How much the story is told in the trailer,
Yeah.
Every time,
He's trying to solve the problem of making a computer or a brain work as well as a human brain. And he's chatting with his wife one point, and something's going wrong, right? And then she realizes that she's dead because she actually is a replica. I'm like, what? You already told me the freaking story right there? Okay, whatever. But it looks kind of cool to go check it out and see what kind of science fiction they're trying to put into it.
Yeah. I love when I find movies like this comes out in literally like 7 days,
Yeah.
And I've never heard one thing about, and I'm usually on top of movie news for the most part, and I haven't heard about this movie at all up until this point. Matthias, what about for you? What movie are you most excited for?
Probably Replicas. And like The Kid Who Would Be King looks like it'd be fun, but Replicas, like I saw the trailer last week on YouTube. It was an ad, and I saw Keanu Reeves. I'm like, okay, I have to finish this trailer out. And so I actually watched it all the way through, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And it was a very interesting premise, of course. I hate movies that give away too much in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like I've said it every single week now, and I will continue to say it every single week. But it's a cool premise, and I love the sci-fi aspect of it, and I'm actually really excited because it is outside, like Ken said, it is outside of his normal character that he plays, and
Yeah.
okay, this looks like it'd be good.
Yeah.
Could be good.
Yeah, that one looked pretty good. I was like, this looks interesting. And that's typically the type of movies that I love to see are those, like, mystery, what's going to happen. Spoilers, he's the one. But the one that caught me by surprise, like, I was so close to skipping over it, and then the trailer picked up for me, was The Upside. Like, that movie, yeah. I'm a pretty big Kevin Hart fan. It looks like it's going to be funny and kind of heartwarming. Yep. For those who haven't seen that trailer yet, essentially it's about like Kevin Hart. He's down on his luck. He gets like fired. He's looking for a job. And there's this like rich man who has no functionality, I guess, over his legs or his arms.
He's a quad, right?
Yeah.
Quadriplegic. Yeah.
And he's looking for like somebody to pretty much kind of take care of him and kind of be his hands and feet. And through somehow Kevin Hart and this guy connect, and it's like kind of like, it doesn't even look like it's meant to be a comedy, more say it's more like a drama that just has some comedy elements to it. But it looks like it'll be pretty good. I'm excited to see that one, and that one comes out same day as Replica, so it might have to be a double feature.
It's a crazy Friday, and but that one looks good too. Like I'm actually like, but it's Bryan Cranston. Like okay, that's like right. It's not just like it doesn't look like, at first I thought it was like, oh, Kevin Hart, it's gonna be another Kevin Hart movie,
right?
Like, but I was like, oh wait, no, you got Bryan Cranston in it. Who else is it? Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
But then I just saw the rest of the trailer plan. I'm like, oh, this actually, like, this will probably be like, this will hit everyone in the feels.
Yeah.
And it'll be a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So that leaves. I didn't. Okay. There's one of our old alerts. That's so funny. I don't know why I played our old ones. This was. I love that song.
I still can't hear it.
Oh, rip. Oh man, that was like one of my alerts from month 1 of streaming. That is so old school. Oh my goodness. I don't know why my new alerts weren't playing. Oh man, but I love it. I love that alert. I'm gonna have to work on some stuff. Yeah, nostalgia in 2019. Man, that alert I made 2 years ago. That is so crazy to think about. Literally, now that we're in 2019, I made that back in 2017. Crazy. Thank you though for the follow, Coach. I think that's what it was. I didn't get to see the full name. But yeah, so the kid with the key.
Coach Duggar. I think it says SBU University Coach Duggar.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you so much for that follow. And welcome to the Dream Stream, my friend. So the kid with the kid who would be king. That movie, I'm not too stoked about. It looks to me like it'll be like a kids movie, you know, like. Yeah,
it is.
It doesn't really seem like it's geared towards an older audience too much, you know. It kind of seems like a kid one. All right. So after that, we had one other thing in there related to trailers and movies, and this was. Oh, thank you so much, Prize, for those 3 bits. Appreciate you.
For each of you.
Thank you, buddy. I got to get a drink after this. I will do all drinks after the stream, after this segment, just so that we can get through all of these things. So, Ken, do you kind of want to explain the controversy for the movie, for our movie topic here that we had?
Oh, Hellboy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So those who are comic book fans, right? You know, Hellboy was released back in 2004. Or had in PAX. It was PG-13, and the new one's coming up, and it's not really a controversy as much, but more the fact that this one is rated R. It's supposed to be more true to the origin. It has Mike Mangillo, I think, who actually is the artist, author of the book, engaged with the movie, and so there's like supposed to be hopefully more like actual book type stuff. And of course, whenever you have a movie adaptation of a book and it tries to be exactly like the book, or at least most like it, sometimes it fails. You can't really transfer it, but hopefully the trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I also watched the old trailer too from 2004 with Ron Perlman, right? This one has more of it, and of course the actor who's doing the Hellboy is the guy is the sheriff from Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting
Okay.
to see him in a different role too. So it looks like a pretty good movie from the trailer side of things, you know.
Yeah. Matthias, what did you think of it?
I'm pretty excited. It's rated R, PG-13. Like, I like the original Hellboy, and I actually like the second one. The second one wasn't as good, of course. I like Ron Perlman, but it was campy. Like, it was super cheesy.
Yeah.
And I love, I love Deadpool because they, didn't hold something back. Like, even in the trailer for Hellboy, you see some brutality, and I'm like, well, it is Hellboy. It needs some brutalness. Like, you
Right.
need that. And I'm like, I'm really excited for this movie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been a fan of Hellboy. I don't know. I thought it was a fun story.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched the whole movie through any of the original Hellboy movies. Because there's like 2, 3?
There's 2. Yeah,
Two?
there's
Yeah.
2.
I've seen bits and pieces, and I know it's been on in the background sometimes when we're at somebody's house, but I've never actually sat down to see it. And this comes out, when does this one come out?
April 12th.
Okay, yeah, so it's a while.
Cat tail I see, Ken? What?
Yep.
Like, what is that?
Faded.
Dell, thank you so much for the 200 bits, knocking down any button to 794 HP. Thank you so much. Dell taking the -- 1 spot too. So I guess be on the lookout if you're someone who's really liked, or I wish I had more to say on this. I don't, like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so it's hard for me to get hyped for a new one when I haven't even seen the original.
Jay to go see the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better. Like, I gotta go see A Quiet Place at some point this year.
Yeah.
No, you need to go see Searching. Searching is the one that you both need to see.
Yeah, Searching also, right? Yes.
Searching is the one, if you care, like Matthias, you complain and say, and you want to fight the, hey, trailer showed too much, go see this movie, and you'll walk out going, yeah, that trailer didn't show me anything. It is so good. It is so good. I seen that said PG-13 is kind of unnecessary to me. I think it should either be for kids or not. They should break down nudity / violence / language or whatever, but PG-13 doesn't mean much content-wise other than restricted in some way. This is true because, like, literally even now I feel like aren't PG-13 movies allowed like 1 or 2 F-bombs in it anyways? So like
it's like 2 or like they even upped it. It's like 2 or 3 now.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wasn't positive. Yeah, so it's yeah, you're right. Like there's not too much more. Like PG-13 movies, if they want to have some type of sexual scenes in it, they're gonna just get creative in what they can show or not show anyway. You know, so like what does that really matter? Yeah, you're right. PG-13 really doesn't mean much these days. I feel like. It's funny though, because I feel like I can look back at even what a rated R movie was back in like the 90s, and it was totally different than what like a rated R movie is now.
Have you ever? So there was only so far been one Academy Award picture that won as rated X. Okay.
Really?
Back in the early 70s, it starred Jon Voight and Dustin Hoffman. It was called Midnight Cowboy, I think it is.
Okay.
And so when you watch it today, you're like, seriously? Is this even rated P? Isn't it even rated R? Right? I mean, it's like the standard has changed over the years. What used to be considered not so good, no good. I mean, PG-13 used to be very much, well, this is just barely above the kids, right? But not so much. Nowadays, like they throw some words into it. There's some, not like sexual nudity at times,
Yeah.
But things have changed a lot, and you can argue that's the way our culture is today. The sliding scales moved, right? So So what used to be R back then is like PG-13 today.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird to me, but it's like that standard is never really the standard. It just kind of moves with culture, and that standard changes over time. It's like, well, should that have been the standard, or have we gone too far with some of these? Yeah, because Prize Life said it's 1.5 F-bombs, 2 bull spits, and 3 gosh darn it's is allowed.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So moving on. So those are your trailers and movies that are coming later in this month, as well as see all these old alerts. I forgot I had this as an alert too. It's so long. It just go. You can't hear it yet. You'll hear it in a second.
Well, I don't have it on turned on. I don't have your stream turned on.
It's still going. It's been going since I said something. It's two lines of Michael Jackson.
That's what I was saying earlier. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, what's old is new. Apparently, that's the motto for 2019. What is old is new.
This was my alert back in 2017. Like these were like when I first was starting out. These were my like. I was like, I'm gonna use a lot of songs that people know and that fit the whatever it is, because the host of like I always feel like someone's watching me, you know that. I thought it was kind of funny. Yo, Sun UV Light, how are you doing? Welcome.
Son of Light.
It's Son of Light.
Oh, is it?
Got creative, Jay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to assume people. I don't want to assume people's users names. It's 2019.
It's 2019.
No, he was in Discord last night on our Bible study, and so he joined our stuff a little bit. And so yeah, that's how you heard.
Oh, gotcha. Son of Light. Well, welcome. Happy to have you here. Know that you are valued and loved, and I'll get your name right from here on out. Of course, Ken would try to make the motto for 2015 what is new is old, or what is old is new. That's a hard shot. I'm sorry, Ken.
Have you guys ever seen his video of where he's trying to rip off his hair off his leg?
Who?
The wax.
Who is this? That. Oh no! Is that going to be something we need to watch later on?
We'll talk about that at the end.
Okay. At the end. All right. Moving from categories from movie trailers and movies coming out this month and in the future to gaming. Matthias, do you want to kick us off on what we're talking about today?
Guys, okay, so we got games coming out this month in January 2019.
And boy, are there some good ones.
There are definitely some good ones. There are a lot of games, actually. I was like looking actually at the full release. There's a lot of games coming out, but the three big ones, the big ones, on the 11th, actually, the same day all those movies are coming out. We have Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, right? Is that like it's U Deluxe? On the Switch, which actually I've seen a lot of ads for it, and the ads are starting to work.
Matthias is starting to get like, where's that game?
Nintendo's really good with their ad campaigns. Okay,
it's true.
But what? Like I'm probably going to get it, probably not right away. But I remember playing like Super Mario Brothers like on DSs with my sister, like where we could link our DSs with a cable, and we can do it and play that. We could just play for hours. Actually, no, it wasn't on my DS. It was on my Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Yep. Game Boy Advance. So I don't know. What do you guys think of Super Mario Bros?
For that one, I will say this. I have tried to swear off, not literally, as Christians we don't swear, right? But I've made a commitment to not buy any more Switch games until I finish Mario Odyssey, which I'm pretty much done. I just like I get in this mode where I'm like, I'm not gonna play a game that I've played on stream with like the community and finish it without them. So I need to do it on stream. I need to finish it on stream. I'm like one world away, and then I need to finish Pokemon Let's Go. And again, another game we started on stream. We got like 4 gym badges, and then I just stopped. Yeah, busted Super Smash Bros. Yeah. Who remembers playing Zork? There you go. You remember, Ken. He added you.
No, I didn't play Zork.
No? But so I'm gonna try to stay away from Super Mario Bros. Use Deluxe until I at least get those done, and then even after that, I think I want to get Smash and what's the Ink one again? I'm like drawing a blank on the name. Splatoon. I want to get that one still too. Before I move on to any other Switch games. So yeah, Ken, what about you?
Well, I'm not on a Switch. My son does, and so I know that he is excited for Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. Chances are he'll probably also get the Super Mario Brothers, game. So anything Switch-wise is coming, but I've not played anything yet. I need to do that.
Yeah. You need to switch it up.
So I don't need to buy one,
Just play on it.
Calvinist, what's going on, man? How are you doing this morning? Yeah. So there was. You want to list the 3 big games that we had? So we had Super Mario Bros. U. No, you're good.
The 15th is the Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Right. This is one they've been pushing for a while.
Yeah, and then the 18th is Kingdom Hearts, which
That's I
Kingdom
think
Hearts.
that's going to be the biggest one I think out of any of these.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, definitely. But I do want to touch on The Walking Dead because I had no idea this until Ken brought it to my attention. And I looked at the trailer. I didn't watch any gameplay yet, but I looked at the trailer and I'm like, okay, the trailer looks epic. But is the game going to be good? Or is it already out? Like, is it?
There was a so this was a game that released. I want to say they had footage at PAX last year, and they kind of showed it off. They showed and the concept of the game and some of the trailers that they have. If you want to see some really well made trailers, go look at the Overkill's Walking Dead trailers, and it looks like it's going to be this phenomenal storytelling game. But essentially what at least from what the gameplay has been and what I've seen reviews of this game being so far is it's just it's essentially Left 4 Dead, like with the Walking Dead and a few more like weapons and things like that in the world of like World War Z, you know? I've heard a lot of like bugs. There's been a ton of bugs about it. And like pretty much like next to no story at all.
That's sad because that's like that. Well, and of course, like I just said, I didn't watch any gameplay yet. I when I was researching it, I just wanted to look at the trailer, and I saw because I didn't have much time. I did see guys who I follow who are big game reviewers and stuff.
Yeah.
All of their reviews were like, "Don't buy this game."
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, the Telltale Games is defunct, and so this is what's interesting. This is like finally this is coming out. I think this is the last thing they were working on before they pulled up stakes and closed shop.
Well,
right?
this is a different company. This isn't a Telltale's game. This is
it is
Overkill.
It is?
Well, it says Telltale Games. I mean, I don't know.
That's
were we looking at the wrong Walking Dead? Lol.
No, so Walking Dead Overkill, I'm pretty positive is made by a different company.
Yeah.
This is according
There's
to
there is a Walking Dead Telltale's game, but it's not but I don't think it's the same thing.
Were you talking about a new episode coming out?
Well, this one I pointed from that website, right?
That's what. Okay, so we're talking about
Telltale Games, the final
that
season.
One. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's there's two different games. So there's the company. Okay. So there's the Telltale series, which follows like it's set in like the Walking Dead comic book universe, and those I've played, I've loved and cried through all the first two seasons. The third one I didn't get too sad about. And this is they were going on to season 4. There was kind of this like giant like cliffhanger that they leave in season 3. It follows this girl named Clem as she tries to like goes from being like a child that's pretty much taken care of in the first season that you as the player take care of to now she's like front and center and she's kind of like doing things on her own, and it's a Telltale's game. It's basically a story that you kind of pick the outcomes for minor things and how the character grows up and plays as. And so they were working on this like gigantic 4th season finale, and Telltale's pretty much went bankrupt and they closed up shop, and they pretty much left enough people, I think, in the studio to finish up that game. So that's that one, the Telltale's one. The Overkill one is the one that I was saying that's more like the Left 4 Dead style, kind of like 4-player team up. You shoot a bunch of zombies and survive like horde modes and then move on, and there's not really a story for that game. Does that make sense? I think we kind of
miscommunication. I thought we were talking about the new Overkill version.
I thought we were too. That was my bad. I didn't look to see that exactly. I was like, oh yeah.
Well, see, I put it on the list because the fact that since Telltale Games is gone, I'm like, this must be the last thing they did, and so here it is.
Yeah.
I know there are folks who like The Walking Dead and like that game, but here it is.
Yeah, and I was really excited because I like I said, I played through season 1 and 2 of the Telltale games, and then I was gonna play season 3, or I think I did play through season 3 eventually. And so I was excited for season 4. Telltale's has just made some really cool games. I love their Batman one as well. And I was still waiting for The Wolf Among Us season 2 to come out with them. And then it was like, they just were having financial issues and problems, and their games weren't selling the way they needed them to. And I guess their like model of paying for like all of it up front versus paying like episode by episode, wasn't really working out. And so they pretty much let a bunch of people go and said, hey, there's typically, I think, like 5 or 6 episodes in a season. and they kind of make them as they go. And so season 1 of The Walking Dead, or the episode 1 of season 4 of The Walking Dead came out, and that was kind of like right when they closed up shop, and then the news came out that, hey, well, we're going to leave a couple people on, just like the people that need to finish up this project, and they're not even going to see the story through. And so this is like the last episode that they're actually going to do. So who knows if they changed it or left it more open, or I think they were hoping another company would kind of pick them up and continue the series and the game. Son of Light, thank you so much for that host. But
next though is Kingdom Hearts on the 18th.
Yeah.
Like, are we all picking it up? Yes.
Of course.
My house will have it to my son, but
Yeah. Because what systems is it actually releasing on?
So I'm trying to talk over this alert in my ears.
I forgot about that.
No, you're good. You're good. So there you go. It's done now. So when it comes to, I need to change that. That's why I changed that alert, because it's just so long. So the initial Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 released only exclusively on PlayStation. But
I remember that.
Yeah, and so that's why I've kind of stuck with Sony as long as I have, through the PlayStation 2 up until the PS4. But they're releasing it on both PlayStation as well as on Xbox, I believe. So, Son of Light does the moonwalk to this music. Old man Kenneth hasn't aged a day. Yep, he hasn't.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Since when? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
5 years ago? 20 years ago? Still looking 25. Oh, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I wish everyone can look this good at 25. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish. If only. If only. But yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3, it's coming out. There's been so much hype around this game. Like, you guys know I've been a fan of this. We're playing through it. We're going to be playing through the rest of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 today. But what about for you guys? Is there hype for you as well, do you think? Matthias, have you played through all the games too?
I played through the first one. Didn't get through the second one because I was, it was also at that age, like the first one I loved. I barely remember it, but I remember grinding multiple times through with friends.
Yeah.
And just like we would switch off controllers for each for each chapter, or like each little story mission. And so I'm like, just for nostalgia's sake, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I think I screwed up a little bit with regards to the dates I put on the list there.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 18th is the Kingdom Hearts VR experience.
Oh, is that what's coming out?
29th.
Is it the
Kingdom Hearts 3 on the PS4 and Xbox One?
So what's the VR experience supposed to be then? Is it? I haven't heard about.
I think the VR experience, and I could be completely wrong, is like maybe the first or the second one on PlayStation VR.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Maybe I could be completely.
I feel like with the amount of jumping that happens and like how much floating you do in Kingdom Hearts 2, it would. I think I'd get sick in VR.
According to this description, this brand new free PlayStation VR experience, free.
Yeah, you just have to buy a $250 or what is it, $300 VR.
It'll immerse fans in the Kingdom Hearts universe like never before and allow them to relive some of their fondest Kingdom Hearts memories. So maybe some of the.
So it might not even be the full game. It might just be some of the big moments, like
exactly, yeah.
like fighting the Titans or doing something. I seen that said Kingdom Hearts VR sounds terrible. Calvinist said he's not hyped, to be honest. Oh, oof.
Sad.
But yeah, okay, so
these days,
Yeah, that's Calvinist's thing. I'm super stoked. I'm happy. This is like one of the, to me at least, or to I know Kingdom Hearts fan, this is like the equivalent to like the Marvel, Avengers 4 like Endgame. This is encapsulating everything that's happened in the past. Literally, it's been just as long. It's been over 10 years that the first Kingdom Hearts game came out in 2004, I want to say, or 2003. And so this is grand. This has been a longer in the making of, 16 years almost of waiting. And, we had the two main games on PlayStation, and then we had like 6 additional titles between Dream Drop Distance and 365 Days Over 2 and the PlayStation Portable one, which was I can't think of the name of that one right now. Birth by Sleep, and then you had like T and Row and so many other ones. Son of Light, peace, love, and joy, unspeakable and full. Aw. Thank you. Thank you so much, Son of Light. We are going to drink all of our drinks for all the bits after the end of the show here. We're about halfway done with our notes here. Electro said, so even now and then the audio is echoing. Oh, weird, man. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it'll break out here. I know you asked me another question too, Electro. Pokemon Let's Go and Smash are amazing games. I'm close to beating both of them. Nice, dude. Yeah, we are. I haven't gotten Smash, and in Pokemon Let's Go, we're about halfway done, I think. I don't know. Can't even say for sure because I haven't beaten it yet. But all right. Moving on to from games to tech. Ken, do you want to kind of lead us in this one here?
So some science news for those of us out there who are somewhat interested, I guess.
Yeah, so this ideally is supposed to be like science or tech, like something that is interesting for us to be able to kind of hear and think about. But go ahead.
I mean, obviously, we on the computers all the time, right? Would love to have better, faster computers. And the biggest issue for supercomputers is, or any computers, is the heat. And so if you can find a way that you can make superconductors get, transmit electricity without resistance, in other words, no heat, then you have a much better shot of like computers that can just do everything you want to without having to have it be in a controlled room, cold room, or even fans on your computer. So the idea was that apparently there's 2 studies report the evidence of superconductivity at temperatures higher than seen before. So it's kind of interesting that how they're trying to make it so better. So apparently right now the current record holder is a hydrogen sulfide, which must be compressed, works below 203 kelvins or minus 70 degrees Celsius. So it's like they're getting colder and colder, and it'd be kind of cool that if it get down to this better range, you might see much better computers, faster computers, and not as heated computers.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Why is this for you? Why does this make you excited? How do you think this will help?
Faster computers.
Yeah. In your line of work, would these help you as well?
Oh, well, that's a good point. Definitely, because if you noticed, Boeing has had some problems with some of their batteries in the past on their 787s, in part of it because they got too hot. So if you can find a way to reduce the resistance, reduce the way of being the overall heat source, right, you can make your airplanes a lot more safer because fire is a big issue. You don't want the planes to catch on fire. That's why we put our airplanes through rigorous tests to make sure everything in the cabin does not burn for more than 5 minutes. That way then people can escape. And so not that you can't get rid of fire all the time, but if you can make things less heat, then you have to worry about even more extra weight for fans and air conditionings and whatnot. So it's a good thing for all of us.
Nice. Thank you, Professor Ken. That's what we're going to call you.
Professor Ken.
Or Professor K. What sounds better?
Blah, blah, tech, blah, blah, math, blah, blah, science, blah, blah, chemicals, blah, blah, numbers, blah, blah, temperature. Yeah, you know something? You better thank God for people like me, because we design airplanes so you can fly safely all across this wonderful world, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. But yeah, I wish I had more to say on this one. I'm great. I'm for it. Are you for colder computers that are breaking records and going to make life easier and technology faster? I'm for them. Sure. I don't see a bad side to this, It's something that's yeah. It's funny. So this made me think of so I kind of stopped. I used to be speaking of Walking Dead and stuff a little bit ago. I used to be a pretty big Advent fan. It was one of the things that me and my biological father would do regularly is I'd go visit him while I was at Moody. I'd go over on Sunday because at Moody they don't have dinners there. They expect you to go out in the community. Luckily my dad only lived 20 minutes away from my school, so I could drive to his house, and we'd kind of had this routine where I'd go visit him on Sunday. We'd have a nice dinner together, and then we'd sit down after dinner and watch The Walking Dead back in season 2 or 3. And so it's kind of been the reason why I've kept up with it for so long. And with the new season, there's been a lot of stuff that happened with it, and I kind of stopped watching it. But there was one scene where I was catching up on it this past week. And there's this dude who's in prison because he's a horrible person. And there's a little kid who's asking him, who's sitting outside the jail cell and asking him math questions. And so the guy tries to like give her like some life advice, this little girl, and she just kind of looks at him and she's like, I'm leaving. And he's like, wait, what? I thought you needed my help. And she's like, I did in math. And he's like, and he's like, well, math doesn't care whether you're a good or bad person. It's all about just the numbers, you know? Right. And I was like, that's pretty true. You can't really have like a moral, you know, unless those numbers are lives or so, you know, like what those numbers are attached to. But if we're just talking numbers, there's not really like a moral ambiguity, I guess, to it, you know?
Yeah. There isn't. It shouldn't be. I mean, math is supposed to be definitely one of those things that's just totally, unencumbered by anything, you know?
Yeah. So just thought that was funny and then connected it with the Walking Dead thing earlier. All right. And so for our last main topic, I think we're going to talk about one other thing after this just because chat loved it when we talked about it last week. But so the last major topic that we had here today was on Chris Pratt. A lot of you guys know him as Star-Lord or Andy from Community. He's kind of been Jurassic Park. Or not Community. He was in Parks and Rec. I'm sorry. Parks and Recreation. Right. Thank you.
Right.
Sorry. I think people try to forget him in Jurassic Park at this point. That second one I think did not do too hot.
Oh, that one was straight garbage fire. What?
But for those of you who don't know or maybe haven't been keeping up with all of this, Chris Pratt has kind of been getting some bashing. There was an article written, I believe it was from the New York Times, was it? I don't remember where this New York Post. Yeah, and I didn't care to remember this girl's name because I don't want to give more attention to her than she already got. But essentially, she did this thing right around Christmas time where it was like celebrating Christmas, and so
it was published in TV Guide. Sorry, the article I saw, the backlash came from New York Post, but the actual
that's what it was.
TV Guide for the Christmas.
Yeah, so basically what this TV Guide thing was is it was celebrating like 12 days leading up to Christmas by talking about these 12 really famous Chris. So from Chris Hemsworth to Chris Evans to Chris Pratt and so on and so forth. And so it kind of came, when it came to Chris Pratt, it was like positive thing. And then when it came to Chris Pratt, it was like, here's the reason. I think the one of the titles we saw is like, here's how to hate Chris Pratt, or how to love yourself,
how to love Chris Pratt without
hating yourself. That's what it was. Yeah. And so pretty much just kind of started bashing him on his like beliefs and on the fact that he, hunts for sport and for meat and to be able to feed his family and stuff like that. And so when I saw this initially, I knew all these things about Chris Pratt before, and it's never bothered me. And so when I read this article, I was like, this can't be like, because I was reading the New York Post that you put, Ken, and I'm like, I want to look at the source of this because I always want to give people a fair shot, of like, hey, maybe these are just some really conservative, media that's trying to make this person in a bad light, and maybe Chris Pratt has some reasons that we should, hold him accountable to some things or whatever. But like, it's exactly what the person put in there. It's like they're just bashing him for like no really good, at least reasons that I've seen.
The biggest thing I thought was because he's a Christian.
Right. Exactly. That's
out of that, they started finding all the other reasons they hate him. Okay, it's like, really? I mean, wow. I mean, for me, also, he's a local guy. He's from Lake Stevens, just a little north of me.
Yeah.
So he comes from my area. But it's the fact that he's a Christian and he's out and he's not ashamed of the gospel. Basically,
yeah.
And he even had he spoke at some place where it was, that he mentioned again about Christianity, right? He's not ashamed about being a man in Hollywood, saying, look, I'm a Christian. This is what I believe in. Okay. He's also a hunter and other things.
Yeah. It was at the MTV Teen Choice Awards, I think. He won something like most influential actor of the year in 2018 or whatever. It was a pretty big, like, honor, I guess, for MTV. Movie awards are just movie awards, or any awards show, really, right? But yeah, he took that moment, and for those of you who didn't maybe see it or know it, you can go YouTube it later. But he pretty much made his speech about like the top 7 ways to like succeed in life or whatever. And two of the things, one was he was like, learn to pray. It's good for your soul. I do it. And his number 1 was believe that there is a God and he does love you. And you can know him, essentially was what he kind of said. And it was awesome. Like, it was such like a cool, like awesome moment standing up for the gospel. And so, Matthias, I'll let you go. And then I kind of wanted to say something just overall about this topic here, but go ahead. I'll let you kind of share your things.
I don't have much to say. There's always going to be there's always going to be that, and especially when it comes to like someone who hunts or fishes, and especially someone who's outspoken in Hollywood about their beliefs. Like I've met a couple, and they're not like, you know, major celebrities,
Yeah.
but it's like I have met I have met some actors who got shunned a lot in Hollywood because they became believers in Christ, like,
Mhm.
and they were outspoken about it, and
Yeah.
they just got roasted. They wouldn't be hired, you know, for certain movies and stuff, and it's sad because that's kind of like the world we live in.
Yeah.
And it's sad, and I'm not surprised that Chris Pratt's getting this type of bashing, this kind of treatment.
Yeah.
But you know, it's you know, I don't really, like, I don't read a lot of news. I don't read a lot of articles in, like, media, certain type of media, because
Right.
it's stupid.
Well, I think, again, part of what media tries to do is to get you to read that, right? Like, you didn't know about this, whoever this chick was, right? None of us even remember her name anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, like, the point is, they got you to click on a link, and here we are talking about their article at this time. And I think it's something interesting, I think, even in Christian culture, of, like, how we perceive people who have some type of fame, or, you know, like, it's interesting. I think we are quicker to rally behind somebody like a Chris Pratt, somebody like trying to think of, like, a Christian athlete, like what's his name, Tim Tebow, or some, you know, like, we're so quick to be like, hey, these people are professing Christ, even though we don't know them personally, right? And nothing against either one of those two guys. I think Chris Pratt is hysterical. I think he's a great actor, whatever. I think we have to be careful as Christians to, like, what we're willing, like, how much we're willing to get behind and put our name on something or somebody. It's like, if he's claiming Christ, great, you know? But I think we as Christians can get in trouble or get mud on our face when, like, we hold them up to this status of, like, because they're famous, because they're well known, that they're essentially like the Messiah, or they speak on behalf of all Christians. And a lot of times, you know, like, I'm sure Chris Pratt is trying to do his best and live out, you know, what it looks like to follow Jesus in Hollywood, you know, but that doesn't mean that he's going to not slip up. It's not going to mean that he's perfect, right? Or that he's always going to make the best decisions. And so I think that's, like, important when it comes to, as I was thinking about this or anything, of what that looks like for anybody in Hollywood or in any type of spotlight. I think Chad is trying to talk to us here about something, or Trump. Some people really want to convince you that he's a Christian. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's like, but why? Like, do you need to convince people of that? You know, if they're professing it and they're claiming it, great. Let them proclaim it and profess it, and, you know, like, but don't elevate them to a different status than you would anybody else as a Christian just because of their fame or their, you know. So I don't know. That was like my one thing that I wanted to say about that. Other than, yeah, I'm sure it's super hard in Hollywood to get any parts for, you know. And yeah, he's doing it and he's being successful, and, you know, but he's not a perfect person, you know. And I think we got to be careful that when we're defending Chris Pratt, to not throw the baby out with the bathwater, in the sense that, like,
Right.
he's perfect and you can't say anything bad about him, and he's, you know, because we're all human, you know.
Right.
Coach said, you're not part of us, get lost. Wait, I don't know what that was in regard to.
Lost scrolling here. I haven't been able to
Yeah.
get to either.
Trump is a Christian, as any of us are. Only God knows his heart, right? God, the tribe has spoken and you have been left behind. Jesus. I think I don't even know where they're at anymore. One thing, Jesus, you're the only thing I could live for. Jesus Survivor Edition. Is Chris Pratt Thor? No, Chris Pratt is Star-Lord. Chris Evans is Captain America, and Chris Hemsworth is Thor. That's who it is. Yeah.
Right.
So Chris Pratt is Star-Lord, or in Jurassic Park movies. I think those are kind of his biggest two. Or he's Emmett from Lego Movie, which, come on. That's the biggest of them all. But yeah, so that was like...
My mic was muted.
Oh, were you talking?
I was, and I totally thought you were ignoring me.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
Feels bad. Can we get some rips in the chat from Matthias?
Can I get an F in chat?
What were you gonna say?
No, I was saying earlier, because was like, you know, we're it's not like we're holding Chris, like, some of us shouldn't be holding Chris Pratt up on a pedestal or anything like that. And looking at him, he's a shining bright example of Christianity. Is like, no, he's not. But as if he is proclaiming Christ, like, I feel like, we can not call him out, but we're also, we're supposed to hold fellow believers accountable.
Right.
Like, you hold people accountable. Like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, that's great. But, we don't hold them up. That's what I was just trying to say that earlier, and my mic was muted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really good with technology, I swear.
I think it's something as Christians, especially in today's world, that it's like important that we kind of wrestle with and figure out of like, hey, we want to get behind and support brothers and sisters in Christ who are trying to be a light in a different spotlight, right? Whether it's on Twitch, whether it's in, in Hollywood or wherever. It's not easy. I can say, at least from the Twitch end, that, I would think that I've been blessed to be somewhat guarded from a lot of trolls and stuff, at least from what I've seen in like some other channels. But for any Christian streamer on Twitch, like, you get those people that come in and want to be stupid and say things, and I think I get a handful of them maybe in like a month or something. But I know, I can only imagine what that's like in Hollywood when it's like, you have people who are deciding whether or not you get a role or something. And so, like, I think as Christians, we have to find a good way to, like, hey, we support you as believers. We want to help you. We're brothers and sisters in Christ, but also to not elevate them up or allow that fame or status to make them into something that they're not, at least in our minds or hearts, Well,
Coach Duggar made a comment. It's hard to stay relevant when you start proclaiming Christ in today's society.
True.
And that's part of why we're doing this on Twitch, right? I mean, we're gamers, and we are it's like the whole adage of be in the world, not of the world. We are in the world. We're trying to stay relevant, so to speak, because the thing about Christ's word is relevant regardless. You don't need to change or twist or modify God's word. It's all relevant, because basically it's all going to boil down to us, on the ground, making relationships and spreading the word of God. How you do that, that's the part about, to me, is staying relevant. It's the tools you can use, the technology like Twitch, the internet, that kind of stuff. I think is how you stay relevant. You don't need to change the word to be relevant.
Right.
Just change the way you talk about it to be relevant.
Right, and how you're communicating it. Because like you're saying, right, one of the things that we believe as Christians is his word is timeless. Like, because our God is timeless. He's outside of time. So his word remains true regardless. It's just the avenue of how we're communicating that truth to the rest of the world, that can change, and advance and over time. I seen that he kind of said it as he summed it up well. He said, man, I lost it. Where did it go? He said, Chris Pratt proclaims Christ is good, but we shouldn't close our eyes to everything else to keep a narrative of this is a great Christian only for the sake of it. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, like there's like he had controversy on like his divorce with his wife, or his scenes that he kind of had in Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence, as being like, hey, like, this is someone who's claiming Christ and doing all these things, but yeah, here he is kind of doing these sex scenes, and like, and hey, again, I can kind of hold him accountable as a Christian, and like I said, but I can only imagine what that pressure is like, being in Hollywood and being like, hey, are you going to do this or not? And I think, it's
yeah, well, and like at the end of the day, it's like, it is a job. Yeah, exactly. And of course, he's got a lot of money. Now, but it's still like, it's a job. Like I think, well, and I'm not going to speak for Jay or anything, but it's like, I work in ministry full time. So I never been shunned of my, except like once I worked retail. I've never been like pushed away because I proclaim the gospel.
Right.
And I shared the word. I never had to worry about that. And like my mom's had to worry about that in the professional sector. Even like I've known teachers who are Christians, like, and it's so much different, but I've never had to worry about that.
Right.
It would affect my job. So I don't know what that would be like.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I think we have to keep in perspective too that like this guy, because he's famous, right, is getting looked at and kind of been watched constantly. So anything he does, is going to be in the news. It's going to be, way more so. And plus, like you brought up, which is a great point, of he's not working in a church. He's not doing something where hey, he's being encouraged to speak of the gospel. Everything he does is so much more courageous to see Chris Pratt do that on MTV than it is for me on a Sunday morning to go up and preach something, because I know my audience is there for that reason. Nobody was there to hear a message of God, you know? Did you guys hear my puppies? Yeah, they're crying right now.
Well, no, so, I mean, the Chris Pratt thing, what got me was the fact that here's another Christian being bashed for being a Christian. Oh, by the way, oh my gosh, he gave away his dog, or
Yeah.
he has lambs, or likes to shoot things. Like, you know, what you just basically bashed a lot of middle America, right? The flyover state, so to speak. Just to do what? Just to point out that Chris Pratt is not the greatest guy. I mean, we as Christians understand that no Christian is perfect. We also know that people make mistakes, and like Turtle mentioned, the fact that we don't know if he hasn't done something he regrets doing.
Right.
Totally true. And we also don't know when he became a Christian. He maybe been a Christian his entire life, but maybe he actually just gave his life back to Christ recently.
Right.
What always got me about anybody who gives their lives to Christ, and when someone points out how they used to be, I'm like, that's how they used to be. They're born again.
Right.
People in the secular world don't get it. They don't think you can just change your stripes, so to speak. You can't be born again. We as Christians have seen it. We've seen it in ourselves. We've seen it with other people to know that people's lives are changed. So yeah, Chris Pratt may have been maybe changes, but even now he may still be a Christian who's trying to fight that world, you know. And then sometimes succumbing to, because we all do that. We all have sinned and fall short even today, and so therefore he may still be sinning even as a Christian. So we don't want to hold him onto a pedestal, but we can at least pray, celebrate the fact that, hey, here's a guy who's a Christian out there trying to spread the word of God.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to catch up on chat for us here. Dell said, this is going back to saying my channel here, plus you have mods and their Swift Swords of Justice again. This is true. So thank you, mods, for hanging out and doing what you guys do. You help a ton. And probably more than what I even see. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I get like a handful. You guys probably get the majority of them and just delete them for me. So thank you. Boots on the ground. Yeah, Ken has it right. Just pointing out how the world looks at us. Oh, gotcha, coach. Okay, cool. Our fruit will show who we are. Exactly, son. Hipster said, but I mean, even not being famous, I made my worst stupid decision as a Christian. We don't know that he doesn't regret things. Yeah, this is true, you know? And again, like I said, I'm not judging him for those things. I'm just saying, like, we have to not try to paint someone just because they're famous and they have the narrative of like, oh, they're a Christian, to like that they're perfect. That's the one thing I just want to make sure. And like I said, it's a balancing act of like giving your support and getting behind these people because we understand and know it's hard, but also like holding them to some type of, you know, standard and being like, hey, if this person's really claiming Christ, what does that mean and look like for these? But none of us are in Hollywood, you know. What's terrible is when other Christians are the one pushing you out. Yeah, that can be rough. I seen that said no true Christian would bring suffering on to the world in the way Chris Pratt did with Jurassic World 2.
I was laughing earlier while you were talking because I just read his comment.
Oh man, yeah, I was trying to catch up. I try to like save it for all at once. Bullseye on anyone who gives their life to Christ. Doggos, I seen that. Boink boink. I like Jurassic World. Fight me. Jurassic Tekken, the second one, it was terrible. Oh, I didn't see that one. I've heard I didn't bother to see it. Aquaman was cool. The first one wasn't great, but the second one was awful. Yeah, the first one was like, all right, where are they going with this? And I heard that second one was kind of garbo. Excuse me, it was amazing. Jurassic World 4 out of 10. I meant 6 out of 10. Do you stand-up comedy? The time we spend with the Lord, the more we find out we need his help in everything we do. Yeah, that's true, Son of Light. That's exactly true. And so guys, this has been our segment. I think we have one more thing. Are we going to just mention this and kind of talk about it here?
Just to follow up for those who saw our pre-shows, right? This is episode 1.
This is redoing episode 1. Right. Yeah.
So how many people out there have gone to the Jack Black YouTube channel and looked at the video that was up there?
I still have the slides from last week on that one, so here's the Jack Black stuff. Yeah. But
so, apparently he has 2 videos out there now, right? He's over 2 million followers, and he hasn't done anything yet except make 2 intro videos, okay? So obviously the proof will be in the pudding, so to speak, about what he actually does and whether people will keep following him or not. But still, he's at 2 million now.
2.6 million. So he's almost at 3 million at this point.
6 million. Wow.
I just looked it up right now. That is crazy. Yeah, in total, his video runtime is under 1:30. His first video was 29 seconds long, and his 1 million video is 50 seconds long.
If
so
only I could do that.
I just think it's so funny.
Can I be Jack Black, Capo?
Yeah. Who started that and why? Yeah. Matthias, your package did not come this whole time. We were able to make it through the entire show without
But my boss called me. So
Oh, rip. I had someone
he's
call me
like,
too.
asked me to transpose songs.
Oh man. I wish I had someone to just do that for me.
Well, normally he does it, but yeah, whatever. But yeah. Jack
Oh
Black.
man.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, 2.6 million followers.
The hype is real. Either he's gonna blow up when it's like actual first video, or it's gonna die.
Epic fail. Yep. Right.
Yeah.
I think
Honestly, I think Jack Black will do it.
Yeah, I think it'll pretty much live or die. This hype will either live or die and continue on into like whatever. He can't keep like pushing it off like this. So today he has to come out with the video. That's why I checked. I was gonna say
Every Friday.
it's every Friday. Yeah. So later on today, if you aren't seeing it, I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe to this guy right now, but at least go and see what this next video is. His first hello Jack Black here is just silly, and then his 1 million is just kind of funny, and he throws a bunch of famous names in, and that's Jablinski.
Jablinski.
Oh man.
Games. He's have a new video out? Not yet. So the other thing is that he's got to be. I mean, maybe he doesn't care, right? He's an actor, so publicity is always good.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't do very well, he will become the ultimate meme.
Oh, dude. Oh,
I think
I'm waiting for the memes.
I think he would roll with that. With Jack Black's like he would just roll it like okay, whatever.
But still, like in the gaming world, he'd just be that meme. You know,
Yeah.
No one will take him seriously.
Well, the funny thing is that the way he's looking right now with the glasses and the beard, he looks like a crazy man. Then again, you can always argue he looks like a crazy man, but
Yeah.
currently in those videos, he looks more whacked than normal.
Yeah. It looks like he's been like writing a lot, like like he's like or he's been gaming a lot where he doesn't care. Like, he hasn't been in front of the camera, like so he doesn't really need to like shave it up. So he's just like, yep, I'm just writing and gaming, bro. Like, that's what I imagine,
I seen that said 2 million seems kind of low, honestly. I hope he gets 10 million before posting a video. I'm sure YouTube is pushing him. I don't think he decided on his own to start a YouTube channel. Really? You don't think he decided on his own? I mean, it seems so. Like we had Will Smith in this past year kind of make his YouTube channel, and he has like a pretty decent I don't know what Will Smith has right now. Let me see. Will Smith has.
He's already over halfway to 3 mil.
He's at 4.4 million right now.
Oh, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Jack Black say that his son plays games? He's kind of like the one kind of pushing his direction.
Yeah, so that's what I think it is. So I think that's more. I don't think it's really YouTube pushing it, because really, I mean, like if YouTube could pick anybody, right, and if they had the money to give it to any person to do something in the gaming realm or whatever, you would think that there might be some other person, maybe a little bit bigger of an, Jack Black, he's pretty well known, but I wouldn't say he's like the biggest or like, I don't know. It just seems like something he's just doing as a publicity stunt, as something just to get attention, and like like you said, just to do it with his son.
Well, like his about part, right? It says, "I'm Jack Black and I kind of like games." And the thing is, he didn't even spell his last name with a capital B, a small b. I was like, what? All right, it's like, you can tell that there's not much put into this. He put a channel up, he did a little video, he put about, and then
the second video was like him like in portrait mode on his phone.
I accidentally subscribed to him. No.
I did actually.
I'm on the 2.6 million. So.
Yeah, so his channel was made December 21st, 2018, and then it just says, "I'm Jack Black and I kind of like games."
Yeah.
Has over 15 million views already on his channel. Yeah, his first video got 8.1 million views, and his second video has 7.5 million views.
Unrelated, I saw that for the end of 2019, I think, or somewhere, there might be a Jumanji 3, so it makes you wonder if we'll see Jack Black again.
Jumanji 3? Shouldn't there be Jumanji... Oh, shoot. Jumanji 2?
Well, technically, but it wasn't like a...
Oh, yeah, they didn't put the numbers in it.
Sequel.
That's right. It was a sequel.
Yeah. So it's another sequel? Trilogy?
Oh, Del says he has another YouTube channel, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he says he started off with an animation series or an animated series. Huh. Yeah, Son of Light said he would like to see John Cena or The Rock doing. I would think The Rock I feel like The Rock takes anything, any contract someone puts in front of him and offers him money for. He's like, "Yep, I'll do it. Another Fast movie, I'll do it. You want me to be a man who doesn't have a leg and is jumping from buildings? I'll do it." Next, yeah.
John Cena would be cool though.
Yeah.
He's funny.
I think he's referring. I think the other one is the
Tenacious D
the
channel,
Tenacious
yes,
D
Del.
channel,
Yes,
yeah.
Tenacious D.
I thought that was like his music channel.
Yeah, but Tenacious D is very vulgar. You can't really talk about
Only
Tenacious D.
526,000 subscribers there.
Ken's feeling better about himself by looking at Jack Black's past failures. Yeah, with 500,000 subscribers on it.
I think for now I'll stick with my day job. I don't even have like maybe 10 followers on my channel, YouTube channel. So.
Yeah, more than or on your YouTube channel.
On YouTube,
I
yeah,
got zero.
I think well, I have 18 subscribers on my YouTube channel, so yeah, there you go.
Ooh, yes, I have to subscribe to Old Man Kenneth.
Yeah, Old Man Ken.
Well,
That's
I call Man Kenneth on YouTube, but yeah.
Oh, gotta find it. I'm
It's called Kenneth and 64.
Okay.
Oh.
There we go. All right. But yeah, that was all the news we had for today, guys. If there's something that you thought was interesting, or if there's something that you guys think of that you're like, I would love to hear you guys talk about this or chat it up, let us know in our Discords here. Both our Chamber of Shadows as well as our GMA one. You can find all of us in all of those. We check them pretty regularly. There's like a question section that I made for it, or that I wanted to make for it. I don't think I released it yet or published it, but you can put questions in there. If there's a topic or something, just go ahead and link the video in there. If you're like, hey, check out this trailer or whatever, because as of right now, we just kind of find things throughout the week as it releases. And if you guys see something that you're like, it'd be really cool to kind of be able to talk about this with the community more, we can put it on the show. If it falls under one of these categories, either under trailers, movies, gaming, tech, Christianity, whatever. Also, like Twitch and YouTube are other categories that just kind of make its way into one of those things some way, somehow. We started off the top with Ninja stuff, with his cringe videos. And then we ended with Jack Black on YouTube. So hear us out or hear me out. Yeah, hear me out. Super Shadow, what's your opinion on Kenneth saying it's biblical to spy on people taking baths? Well, biblical in the sense that it is in the Bible, not biblical in that it's right.
The Bible.
So there's a lot of things that are biblical in that they are actually written in the Bible, but whether or not they're right or wrong is a different story. There's a lot of things in Scripture that are meant to be used as examples of what not to do. AKA like spying on people taking baths.
The biggest laugh I had last night was when I seen that mention about. I was trying to talk about the David and Uriah thing, right? And you mentioned about seeing a pretty lady in the game. Like, there's nothing in Bounty Train for that kind of stuff, right? But I was just cracking up.
Wait, so tell me the story behind this again. What happened? How did the taking baths come up?
So naps and biblical confirmed, Turtle.
I was playing Bounty Train. I said one of the I was trying to play the moral way of playing the game, and one of the quests basically is like I have to take a guy to win some shares my railroad. I have to
Sorry, my
get
dog
someone
is pouncing.
killed. Okay. And so what I do is you have this guy on the train, right? And you get ambushed by bandits and whatnot. So you put him out front, okay, to get shot. And all of a sudden, he's going down. It's almost like, oh, heal me. Well, no, I'm sorry, I'm too busy over here, right? Oh crap, you're dead. Okay. And so you get the reward. And so it hit me. It was like, oh my gosh, this is David and Uriah. Crap. Okay. And so then I seen that made a comment about, what did you do? Did you see some lady bathing somewhere and decided to kill their husband? I'm like, oh my gosh. Even more reason why I redid the game to not do that quest,
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. So yes, naps are biblical. Say that. No, Alan, go ahead and put your rocks down. Probably shouldn't be throwing them anyways. I mean, there is a verse talking about throwing babies into rocks or rivers. There is the narrative of this, yes.
Just throwing it.
Not a verse about how you should throw babies in rocks and rivers, but yes, context is always important when it comes to scripture or really anything you're reading.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
It even talks about tearing babies apart in the Bible. Yes, it does. when two women are arguing, obviously that is the right call to do. Over whose child is this? Well, guys, we thank you so much for hanging with us today for our first episode of Hear Me Out in 2019. I gotta get used to saying 2019 now.
Yeah, right.
I'm not used to it yet. But so we're gonna keep streaming here. We're gonna be playing some Kingdom Hearts and stuff. But before we let these guys go, Ken, where can the good people find you? What are you doing? What are you streaming next? Go ahead and plug yourself.
Godvo Activated is where you want to go to check out stuff on Discord and whatnot. I stream. I'm gonna do Thursdays doing just train stuff tonight. It's about playing some Fallout 76. So if you want to check me out, I'm the late night guy because I'm a West Coast person. So my time is like 8 to 10 Pacific, which puts you what 10 to 12 Central Time.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right. All right, awesome. Oh, I think his mic cut out, unless I can't hear him.
You stop talking.
I stopped talking.
There you go. Oh, did you? Oh, I thought your mouth was moving. I was looking at the wrong screen. Yeah.
I should say period at the end of that. You know?
Gotcha. All right, and Matthias, where can the good people find you?
Well, just like Ken said on GMA Discord, I'm one of the affiliate streamers, along with Shadow and all that. But Twitch.tv, you guys see me in chat, and most of you guys follow me. But tonight, we'll be streaming. My new PC gets here. Like, it should be here any minute.
Nice.
So, if I can download a couple games in time, we might play some PC tonight. Of course, granted, if I have enough money for the said PC games. But no matter what, the stream quality will be upped for tonight. So I'm just excited. We're gonna be playing around like 5 Eastern as long as I get everything set up. So,
nice. What time is that for us Central? For us Central
5
people.
Eastern is
5
4
is
Central.
4 Central.
There we go.
4, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ken.
Math Kappa.
Yeah. This is why we need Dr. Ken here. Scientist Ken.
Dr. Ken.
I only have a
Professor Ken.
Yeah, Professor Ken.
Mom's a PhD, so yeah, Dr. Mom, I guess, you know.
Dr. Mom.
She got a PhD. I'm only a bachelor degree.
And 1 Hawaiian time. Are you in Hawaii, son? That's awesome. What island are you on? What time is it in Thailand? Yeah.
Hawaii's right now 2 hours difference.
Yeah.
They
What about?
changed? They don't fall forward or spring back.
Yeah, they don't do anything, right? That's what I've heard.
Yeah, my wife's in Hawaii. That's why I know what's going on over there. Oh.
Marvel gets Doctor Strange. We get Dr. Ken.
It's 5. If it's 5 Eastern, it's going to be noon Hawaiian right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, let us pray, and then we'll kind of wrap up this end of the series. We'll take like a 2-minute break, and then we'll be playing some games and hanging out some more. So, and just talking about everything and anything else. So, Ken, would you pray us out for the first time in 2019?
Absolutely. Ooh, the first time.
Yeah.
Dear God, if this is what you want, then obviously bless us for this and make sure it happens. Tell us what we need to say and do. We want this to be a place for people to come together and to share what we love about movies, games, and all kinds of stuff, you know, and just to be able to hang out with people and share our lives with them and have them share their lives with us. Watch over all those people who are struggling right now. Watch over those people who need help. Watch over for like Hipster Turtle and her women's group and all that's going on there. And watch over those people who are right now struggling with the fact that this is 2019 and they haven't quite exited 2018, but with all the hangover that comes with that, but also there are people still struggling to find out what they need to do for 2019. Watch over all of us as we strive to be unashamed of the gospel and preaching your word and sharing the gospel with people on streams or in streams, whether playing in a game or on a game or through a Twitch channel. Help us to make sure we're always focused around you. Guide us in our hearts and our endeavors, and yeah, especially this day. This is Friday, with the weekend coming up. Help us in all we're doing. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you guys again, all of you who have been hanging out. Make sure during this little break that we have transition time that you go ahead and follow. We're trying to get our YouTube channel up as well to 1,000 subs on there. So if you guys could go, I think it's at like 3 something right now. We will upload 3 times a week on there. Putting up this show will be up on Saturday, and then we'll have 2 other videos, a pastor's perspective and Real Truth Real Fast, as well as I'm working on a foundation series that's basically going to be able to walk people through the gospel and what the foundational Christian beliefs are on there as well. So it'll be kind of a diverse channel of just Christian thoughts and people like Ken and Matthias will be on there as well. And so we would love to have you guys join us on there and to be able to keep up with all things video-wise on there as well. So with that, we will say goodbye to these guys here, and we'll take a 2-minute break, and then we will be back. So thank you guys again so much, Ken and Matthias.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to put the music back on, and here we go out.
Gotta go.
See ya.